We have breaking news as it pertains to our network.
MSNBC, filthy propaganda, lies from start to finish. What about MS Now? Oh, that I'll watch. MSNBC is rebranded, but will it rebrand itself away from being a propagandist instrument for the state or not? Probably not. Here they are on Morning Joe, probably in the afternoon, claiming that MS Now is going to be better than MSNBC. Let's have a look at this outrageous and likely duplicitous claim.
We have breaking news as it pertains to our network.
That's not breaking news, it's propaganda, it's marketing. Selling marketing as breaking news is the very kind of thing we've learned to expect from Morning Joe.
This morning, a new name for the network by the end of the year. We will become MS Now, which stands for My Source for News, Opinion.
My sore ass hurts from being butt by the state the whole time is what it stands for. No, wait, this can't be right, can it? It doesn't matter if it's right or not, does it? Remember when I was saying Joe Biden was as sharp as a tack? Remember all that?
Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been.
This is just more that. Lies that I'm selling to you as kind of news-tainment. Enter news-tainment.
And the world, and look, Andrew, they even have a graphic up.
Thanks for your help doing a graphic. What the hell is it?
I like
There it is.
Actually,
the new logo.
It looks very sporty.
Sporty Joe, you're such a character.
As we go to Versant, we're going to be moving in this direction. MS Now, which I got to say, I got a call yesterday afternoon, and they said, "We hope you're okay. We're going." I was like, "What do you mean?"
This seems like an unusual phone call. We hope you're okay. Was it Joe Biden, your friend, sharpest attack Joe Biden, back on the line? Is your big okay? What kind of conversations is Joe Scarborough having on that phone?
Like, this shows we're independent.
Shows how independent we are, because if we weren't, why would we call our channel such a dumb name?
And what I've said on this show time and time again
is that Joe Biden's the sharpest attack, and other stuff. Take the COVID shot, things like that.
Then as you look at the people that are running the company, they're entrepreneurial.
Right.
Like when you have somebody come into your company after working for like big corporations.
Shows that there's a peculiar crossover between the interests of global conglomerates and news media. Is that what you're about to say, Joe?
And you're talking, you're saying, and they go, "We want you to be entrepreneurial. We want you to come up with new ideas. We want you to push the boundaries." I'm excited about that, so I'm excited about this too. It's like,
what are their actual perspectives then on Morning Joe? So they don't think global corporatism or endless commerce is a problem, or turning everything into a product is a problem, or driving meaning out of American life, creating division everywhere, pointlessness, futility, emptiness, lovelessness. That's not a problem. No, coming up with new names and being entrepreneurial. That's what it's all about.
What's in a name? Well, whatever you put into the name.
That is a Shakespeare quote. Shakespeare says a rose by any other name would still smell as sweet. That's what Shakespeare is saying, is that the words are not actually the things themselves. He's making an early point about semiotics. What point is Joe Scarborough making? Whatever you put in the name. What do you mean put in it?
Well, look, my understanding is this decision was a choice by NBC Universal. Right. Remember, originally they were going to leave the Peacock with the different...
This guy's have a show called Squawk Box. I mean, what is everyone doing?
Units. Right. They decided that they wanted that to stay with NBC Universal. Having said that, despite my sentimentality about the Peacock, I've always loved the Peacock.
Yeah.
Actually, what's behind this is desperate panicking as they realise that their network is failing abysmally and is becoming unviable to advertisers, because independent media is a much more successful and effective way of receiving information. The use of the word source indicates that what they want you to believe is that you're getting undiluted, unexpurgated information, rather than what you're getting carefully pre-chewed, pap spewed into your mouth by, well, in this instance, Joe, which, I mean, that's an upsetting image, even for a man with a stomach like mine.
The truth is, I've always thought about this network and CNBC and USA and actually all of those assets as insurgent networks.
Right.
This is an insurgent network.
It's not an insurgent network. He's just said, even in this broadcast, in this small clip, he said, we cooperate with and interact with representatives from global corporatism. That is not insurgent. That's absolutely, by definition, and in alignment with the interests of global elites.
And I love the idea, to be honest with you. You can take out your salt shaker or whatever you want to do and say, take it with a grain of salt.
What? Take out your salt shaker and take it with a grain? Get a grain of salt?
But I like this.
I like it. It's weird because I work here and I'm on it now and I get my money from saying I like it. And here I am saying I like it. The whole thing is weird.
Because I think it actually does have this sort of independence and actually gets away in some ways from even the idea of legacy media.
Yeah, get away from legacy media. We're nothing to do with it. We're just funded by it and its advertising partners who are owned by conglomerates. We can obfuscate that with this crazy little meaningless, empty, hollow rebrand.
Yeah. Right? I mean, I think what you're seeing MS do and what you're seeing some of these other networks do now is not just linear.
See, I'm calling it MS already. It's very good.
But by the way, I'm watching you on TikTok now. Do you know that?
I'm watching you on TikTok, Joe, and you're still a...
I'm seeing you on TikTok.
So this is a thing, and of course, because I'm hip with the kids.
Listen, if I was in establishment media, I wouldn't say that I'm hip with the kids.
How do you do, fellow kids?
I know.
I actually didn't know this, but this network is the most watched news network on TikTok and on YouTube.
Yes,
right?
It is.
So everything is absolutely fine. Also, what you can obviously glean from that is that TikTok and YouTube, to a degree, are collaborating with legacy media sources because it's convenient to the same centralized power that benefit from even having NBC-style news organization.
We're moving in a direction beyond corporate media.
Gotta get out of corporate media. Those bastards. I mean, look at that. It's literally icons of Washington behind him as he sits on corporate media, claiming that changing the name of one corporate media outlet solves the problem of corrupt, dishonest, manipulative propagandist information. Rumble Premium is a beautiful way of getting additional content, not just from me, but from Kim Iverson, from Ruben, from Mug Club, from Timcast, some of the world's softest, fluffiest liberals. Rumble Premium gives you an ad-free experience, and you will get access to things that I wouldn't normally show anybody. Yes, that's right. My genitals. There will be no genitals. Whether it's breaking news or real talk or the content that challenges the narrative, Rumble Premium puts you in the front row. Support creators who actually say what they mean and mean what they say, who aren't just, what's it say there? Reading a script to get, what's that? Money. Yeah, you don't need none of that stuff. Go to rumble.com/premium brand and join today. That's rumble.com/premium/brand, because truth shouldn't come from a filter. Remember when the government tried to bring me down? Rumble backed me, because why? They believe in freedom. Mine, yours, everyone's. Join us. Click the link.
Again, I think this fits. It fits. It's where it's a new marketplace. And you look at legacy media, you look at the old media companies. I could list a lot of names, John Lemire, that meant a lot 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that mean nothing absolutely now. It's what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
And are you looking to the future? Are you trying to hold on to the past? And this is a question. Are we going to be like Eastman Kodak throughout the 1980s and 90s? Or are we going to be like NVIDIA and look at a Brave New World?
Maybe don't use Brave New World as a positive reference, because it's by definition a fictive dystopia. Really, actually, we shouldn't be clamoring to support any corporate entity unless that corporate entity is meaningly fulfilling a need. Kodak Eastman went bankrupt because they made film for cameras that was no longer required except by very niche interests, and MSNBC deserved to go the same way. So does legacy media. In fact, it's a bit like 2008, where the financial industry's own miscreants led to its downfall, but the government bailed it out. It's a very telling moment in recent history, and in fact, legacy media should be allowed to fade and fall away because it no longer serves a valuable or meaningful function.
And I think this actually helps us do that.
The media landscape has been changing a lot over the last decade or so, but it's been really accelerated in the last few years, in this particular moment. So it does seem an ideal time to rebrand, an ideal time to embrace a new identity, to, as you said, to be an insurgent network. MS now.
By the way, it's also a line in the sand just about the future. And the truth is that this network, originally the MS, was Microsoft.
Right.
So for a very long time, there has been a rebrand, I would argue, almost in order.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's good. Slight
You're just
smile.
saying that. You're just saying that.
No, I think it's good, and I think I think that I didn't know the MS was from Microsoft. I mean that. Yeah, I
Isn't
think
that crazy.
Yeah.
That deal didn't go well for Microsoft.
Yeah,
but
no,
anyway.
it did not. But I think that's right. And look, we know for a fact that people get their news, a lot of it from YouTube and TikTok. So if you're biggest news, if you're the biggest news network out there, that's a big deal.
Yeah, the goal is again, be entrepreneurial and be independent. Let's
we call it. We've always just say MS anyway.
Yeah, right.
MS, and then the truth is now is what this is all about.
Right, exactly.
Oh, God. I just feel sick watching them. This is from Zero Hedge. When a news company is forced to completely rebrand to distance themselves politically from their parent company, you know they've hit rock bottom. The MSNBC News Network announced this week that they will be rebranding and will become My Source New Opinion World. That's such a stupid name. My Source New Opinion World now. MS now. Now Microsoft now. New opinions now. It's my new opinion. My opinion used to be take this vaccine. Now my opinion is, what is it? No, still take the vaccine. They will also be removing the NBC peacock from their logo. The network, which features a stable of personalities, including Rachel Maddow, Ari Melber, Nicole Wallace, is notorious for their far-left hot takes and extreme anti-Trump bias. In their reporting, their images led to plummeting ratings in recent months. Both MSNBC and CNN dealt with staggering losses in viewership over the past year, while Fox News enjoyed viewership gains in the cable news rating war. The left-leaning network suffered year-over-year declines in all major metrics for the second quarter of 2025 compared to the same period last year, according to the latest Nielsen data. Comcast, owned MSNBC, drew an average of 1,008 million primetime views from April to June. A year-over-year decline over 15%, Nielsen figures show. In the advertiser covered 25 to 54 demographic. I mean, look, this is just business. Who cares? It's just advertising. All they want to do is sell you carbon butter or whatever product you're supposed to be consuming now, whatever vaccine you're supposed to be taking. It's one terrible, insidious web consuming you from every direction. Do you feel it? It's the true nature of evil. It's also likely that pundits like Rachel Maddow will be out of a job in the near term. God bless her. One positive result from NBC's existence is they unknowingly expedited the demise of the legacy media with their lunacy. The public's already increasingly turned to alternative media and long-form content for their information, which will ultimately lead to a better educated population. We owe MSNBC a great debt of gratitude. Thanks to their ineptitude and malfeasance, we all know that you can't trust legacy media, whether it's the BBC, the New York Times, Channel 4, CNN, MSNBC Now, or My Opinion Source Now, My Arsehole Now, whatever you want to call it. It's full of corruption, hypocrisy, and total lies. It's a funnel and amplifier for the interests of the state, and by state I mean corporate interests and government interests combined to ensure that you remain malleable. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments and chat. Did you watch MSNBC anyway? Will you be watching it now? Are you glad to watch the destruction of the walls of this falling citadel? I am. Remember, we are streaming these days, these times, on these channels. In the meantime, if you can, stay free. Thanks for watching the video. Have a look at this one over here, or join us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on Rumble. Get Rumble Premium to get additional content every single week, not just from me, but other Rumble creators. Click the link in the description.